Interessante, né? Aí a Mazueli que não vai conseguir participar me falou, cara, que tópico profundo para falar. Mas vamos lá. Deixa eu mutar aqui a. Beleza. Boa noite, pessoal. Todo mundo que está aqui para uma nova conversação em inglês. Muito obrigado por ter aceitado o convite e também o desafio. Eu sei que não é muito fácil ter esse tipo de conversa, ainda mais quando o pessoal ainda está aprendendo, né? Mas se vocês já compareceram, vocês já ganharam. Tipo, vocês já podem ir dormir bem felizes. Então, já que quase o 90% do pessoal aqui é brasileiro, né? Mora do Brasil, acho bem válido fazer essa introdução em português. Além que nós temos novos participantes, temos o Arthur e o Israel. Então, para falar um pouco de como funciona nesse tipo de conversas, é uma conversa normal, natural. É uma coisa diferente que nós já preparamos o tópico de hoje, então eu envio o material pelo e-mail, além de uns vídeos que vocês podem assistir antes de participar, então você tem, aí tem um insight, o melhor insight do que você pode falar ou como você pode se expressar com respeito ao tópico, né? Também envio aí um vocabulário que é muito útil se você quiser utilizar. Aí você pode expandir o vocabulário do inglês que, no meu ver, é um pouco complexo. Tipo, incluir novo vocabulário no seu vocabulário ativo, como eu falo, tá? Então, normalmente nós temos um tempo para responder cada uma pergunta. Vamos ir indo da pergunta zero, que é a apresentação pessoal, até o final. E é isso, e é isso mesmo, em poucas palavras, né? E normalmente nós iniciamos com uma apresentação pessoal. No meu ver, é uma forma, é um tipo um aquecimento para tipo falar para o nosso cérebro que nós estamos começando a falar outro idioma. E aí começamos a responder as perguntas que são do tópico mesmo, que hoje vamos estar falando de. Qual é que é o tópico de hoje? Existential Crisis. E é isso, pessoal. Vamos começar com a apresentação pessoal. E eu queria começar com o Arthur. Arthur, could you please introduce yourself to us? Now we're gonna switch to English.
Okay, I present myself in English or in Portuguese.
We can switch in English right now.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Good evening. I'm Arthur. I'm 36 years old, living in Claro, capital of São Paulo. I'm married. I have a son. I work as a sales manager and physicist, and I am improving my English since the 2022. And but was a long time that I don't speak in English. So I'm back in here, and I think that I will enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Is it Arthur or Arthur?
In, well, in Portuguese, in Brazilian way, Arthur.
Arthur. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Arthur. And now, Lucas, please go ahead. Introduce yourself to us.
Yes, of course. Good evening, guys. I am Lucas. I'm 25 years old. I live in São Paulo. I am married and I am a pharmacist. I work as a pharmacist at a hospital. And I like to, in my free time, I like to play soccer. I like to watch TV, series, movies, and I like to hang out with my family and friends.
Thank you so much, Lucas, and thank you for being here with us. Now, Israel, please go ahead. Introduce yourself to us.
Oh, uh, I am I am initiate English in English. Uh, uh, Hello, my name is Israel. I am 34 years old. I am original from Salvador, Bahia, and now live in Manaus, Amazonas. I work as a financial manager in large hospital, and I have a background in accountant, data science, and coaching. I am married to France Lane, and we have a pet named Lara. Okay. In in my free time, I enjoy traveling, running, Muay Thai, I volleyball. I am currently learning English to grow in my career and for international travel.
That's great.
I
That's great.
travel in December, USA.
Oh, it's gonna be your second
I'm
time
go.
in uh-huh, got it. So you're going to the United States in December, so that's why you are learning or practicing English.
See,
That's great to know. Thank you so much, Israel. Israel is our old friend as well. We were working in the same company some years ago, but now he's working for another company or another institution. So thank you so much, Israel. Now, Ebenezer, please briefly introduce yourself to us.
Good evening for everyone. My name is Ebenezer Castro. I'm 37 years old. I'm married. I work at the same company as Christian today. I work as a software developer. In my spare time, I like I love cooking and play some sports. I have two children. I have a daughter. My older my daughter is older and a little one. Uh, my son Liam. That's it.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer. And William, go ahead, the last one of us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm William. I am 36 years old. I'm married and have a son. I live in São José dos Campos, and I am a QA engineer. And in my free time, I like to ride a bike. I like to running. Um, and that's it.
Thank you, William. And to finish for finishing this part, so me guys, my name is Christian Jimenez. I am from Bolivia. I currently live here in Brazil, in Curitiba, Paraná. I've been living in Brazil for almost 4 years. I am married. I am 37 years old, and as Ebenezer said, I work as a full stack software developer, and that's why I'm living here in Brazil. I moved for my work. I started this community because I would like to share my knowledge and as well as learn from you. I love learning languages. As a matter of fact, I'm currently learning French as well for professional purposes. Let me see what else. I think that's it a little bit about me, guys. So let's jump in our today's topic. Let's go to the question number one. As already said in our presentation, I found out this topic is so interesting because I'm pretty sure that almost all of you already faced this existential crisis. It's something that everybody faced or perhaps are gonna face. So I am curious to know more from your experience and perhaps how you face this uh, stage of our lives. So let's move on to the question number one. Lucas, could you please read the first question and answer it?
So, yes.
Go
Question number
ahead.
one. Have you ever felt like you are going towards an existential crisis? Yes, I think it's normal. Uh, I think there are moments that we stop and we think, oh my God, why I'm here? What I what I can do about my life? I think when we finish school and we think, oh, okay, now what I you go about my life, about the job, about the graduation. I think we feel uncertain about a lot of things, and yeah, I think if I remember a moment, and was when I finished my high school, and I didn't know what I want to do about my life, and I think it was a hard moment.
So that was the first time that you felt that you were like in that existential crisis, that you didn't do how to do, well, what to do after your studies, right?
Yeah, yes, I just finished my school, and I thought, so okay, and and now I didn't work, and I didn't know what I want to study. I didn't know what I liked.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I felt I had the same feeling when I finished my high school. Thanks so much for sharing, Lucas. Ebenezer, what about you?
Well, I think as a human experience, everybody here, of course, has felt this feeling. Of course, uh, yeah, the same as you as Lucas when I had to choose the career when I was or what I'm going to study or in that period of time of what to do. It's when someone start thinking about what do I like for, how do I see in the next 5 years, and so in that case, I experienced that situation. Um, but thank God, uh, I could realize and choose a career that I'm really happy with this.
That's great to know that you choose a good career and something that you are happy to do nowadays for a living. And it's pretty interesting because both of you said that the first time that you felt it was when you finished the high school. So I would like to know from you, William, when was the first time that you felt like you were in an existential crisis?
So yes, I'm not sure if it was a big problem, but yes, I have had times when I stopped and thought, what am I doing of my life? It is a feeling like you are asking yourself. In my opinion, for example, is this the right life for me? uh, eh, that's it.
Thank you so much, William, for sharing. What about you, Arthur? When do you think was the first time that you faced a existential crisis?
Well, I think that when I was in the university, in the middle of my course, my degree, uh, I stopped and think about, well, I don't know if I really like physics, you know, is the right course. I don't know if I'm sure about that. But I was in the middle of my graduate. So I remember that I decided to stop, but maybe 2 weeks later, I back in. Oh, I will finish this course and go ahead. But it was a difficult moment for me.
Yeah, for sure, and even more difficult because it was the first time that you were feeling that. And yeah, but the best part of your story is that you faced that and then you overcame that situation. So you
Hmm.
stop it, but then you retake it and you restart it again. So and pretty interesting. I believe that the older we get, or the more responsibilities that we have, the better we handle existential crisis. Because I'm sure that you are still feeling that, but nowadays you with that experience you can handle it better. So that's life. And I would like to know from you, Israel. Have you ever felt like you were going through an existential crisis? The question number one. You're muted. I cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sometimes people reflect deeply
Mhm.
or their life, purpose of future. I think these moments are often connected to natural cycles of growth.
Mhm.
In my life, I increases uh, my pet. Uh, oh, God. Thank you.
Welcome, Lara.
A Lara. Então, em- é, my crisis is my transfer of work of states. Uh, 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 I think because you simply I was thinking because you transfer em cada this my crisis.
Got it.
Uh,
Yes.
you understand?
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Thanks so much, Israel. And something that you said that was pretty interesting, that it's that when we start thinking so much about the future, I believe it's easier to have that feeling that it's, the existential crisis. I believe that is related to stress and as well, let me see, I was looking for another word, and as well with, it's another disease, a mental disease, but whatever. I'm gonna remember then. So thank you so much, guys, for have shared your ideas, your insights. Let's move on to the question number two. So Ebenezer, could you please read that one and answer it, please?
Yeah. It says, do you think it's normal for people to experience an existential crisis at some point in life? Yeah. Uh, it's normal because we are humans, and we humans think, and when we are involved in different situations, uh, so life changes, world changes, maybe you move to a different country. So everything that happens in life gonna make you think or twice, or maybe you stop to think. I think in some point in life, yeah, maybe when you need to make uh, big decisions, or you are pressured to choose a way to, or a different way to do something. Um, for example, I don't know. In my case, this is my second country where I am living from, where I'm living far away from my country. Ne? I'm from Bolivia, but I live first in Uruguay. Now I'm living in Brazil. But when I remember when I moved to Uruguay the first month when I was living there, it was like different for me. There was a lot of there were a lot of things that were very different,
Mm-hmm.
like food, talking about weather, and in some cases those situations made me think about what I'm doing here, if this what I want for my life.
Mm-hmm.
But are situations that comes that it's life, like you said in the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So perfectly normal. If you are if you are alive, of course you're gonna experience those kinds of situations.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for having shared, Ebenezer. I believe that it can increase that stress, that feeling even more if you move to another country. I believe that you get stressed, overwhelmed, so it can contribute to the like the developing of that feeling in your head, in your mind. Yeah, it was a good example. Thank you so much. What about you, Lucas? What do you think about it? Question number two.
Yes, I agree with you guys. I think it's totally normal, as I said, about when we finish school and we don't know what to do about our lives. I think it's normal to have this type of thinking. I think I think the person that want to change careers, I think it's normally to have this existential crisis, and I I think it's a part of our life about stop and try to understand why we are here, what we can improve about ourselves, because we can we can keep working at a place and it's not the correct place to us. So I think it's really important and normal to have this type of thinking.
Yeah, for sure. As we said, we are 100% sure, or we had 100% agree that everybody has faced it, or if they don't, someday they will. Perhaps I believe that when we are children, we don't care so much about, we don't have too much responsibilities, so that's why perhaps we live like free, or we have a free life. But then we have to study, we have to work. I believe that these kind of feelings, or they come to our mind. So yeah, thank you so much, Lucas. What about you, Israel? What do you think about the question number two?
Um, uh, I read a book. I don't remember author's name, but studied several biographies, and discovered that most people experience significant changes every 7 years. Uh, e só aí então it's normal.
Hmm.
Life involves in stages and the 7 years cycles can bring question about identity, purpose, and direction.
Hmm.
These crises are natural moments of reflection that help people grow and understand themselves better.
Thank you so much, Israel. And something interesting that you said, or you brought to the table, is that it's something natural. It's something that it's gonna happen for every single human being. And something interesting is that there are some experts that already like pointed how many years it's gonna have. How many years are gonna pass that is 7 years, and this feeling is gonna come again. And perhaps it's because we are gonna change. We are different. We are not the same person that we were when we were 20 years old, when we were yet 20 years old. And perhaps in 5 years we will be even more different. So perhaps today, something that we don't care at all, in the future, or in 2 or 3 years, will be something that we will care at all, and it's gonna create that existential crisis for us. So yeah, it was really interesting. Thanks so much, Israel. William, what about you? What do you think about it?
Okay. I think yes. I think it is very normal. It happens to many people. Life has big changes and big questions. So it is normal to stop and think, why am I here? For example, at 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 some time in your life, in your life.
Yeah, it's very interesting that what you just said, that is for men as well, because sometimes women, they think that we don't care at all, or we don't have that kind of troubles, or they are more emotional perhaps, but they must know that we have those kind of existential crises as well. We are worried about the future, we get stressed, we think so much about perhaps our goals, our objectives, and we start like comparing as well ourselves, or we start like having that existential crisis. So yeah, it's something that's gonna happen. Either you are a woman, or either you are a man. So it's something that's gonna happen for every single human being, as I already said. And Arthur, what about you? What do you think about the question number two?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, all you guys. I think that's normal one time in your life that you will face this kind of existen- existential crisis. I don't know when, if you are younger or older, but I think that there is a moment that you will face like the reality about your life, about your, um, I forgot the name, about your crenças, and it's good to stop, and when you face this kind of things, you stop and think about if you are right way, or if you need to change the direction. So I think that's important. It's normal, but it's important as well.
I completely agree with you, Arthur. Thank you so much for sharing, guys. So let's move on to the next question. We already talked a little bit about the age. I believe that we agree that it's when you finish your high school, you have more responsibilities. So I'm gonna skip the third one. Let's move on to the question number four. Okay. So William, could you please read the fourth one and answer it?
Question three. Yeah.
The fourth one. We skip the three.
The four. Okay. I do you believe it is. I think it is about both, but it starts with your personal life. Personal life. I bet job can make you feel this way if the work is not important to you, for example. But the big questions are about all of your life, not just your job, in my opinion.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, William. Sometimes there are many people who have like good positions, they earn a lot of money, and for society they look like successful people. But even in that situation, I know that there are a lot of people who start having existential crisis, but it's by because of their personal life. It's not just because their jobs. And as you said, I agree as well that it starts with our personal life, and then obviously professional as well. But it starts for the personal life. Thank you so much, William, for sharing. And Arthur, what about you? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think that both both things are related, even personal life or professional life. I think that maybe sometimes is in different times. So maybe you are you are facing now a personal problem, and then you are good in your personal life, but in your professional life is not good. So maybe this, these both can happen then in the same time or different time in our life. But I think that it's, both are related.
Yeah, got it. Thank you so much, Arthur. Lucas, go ahead. What do you think about it?
I think it's the both because sometimes they can be related. Uh, I think some moments our personal or professional life affect our personal life, and we start to think about how can I improve my life, or how can I be better, you know. And sometimes uh, we feel sad, or we feel, oh my God, I need to change something because we feel dissatisfaction, I think, with the work or with the thing that you do at your job. So, but I think it's normal, it's more common with a professional life, and
Yeah.
I think the professional life make we affect our personal life, and we start our existential crisis.
Hmm. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lucas, for sharing. I believe that, yeah, now that we are adults, it can affect more in our professional life. But on the other hand, when we were younger, as I already said, we didn't have so much responsibilities. So I believe that the existential crisis were about our personal life. But nowadays, as you said, it's more in our professional context. So thank you so much. What about you, Israel? What do you think about it? The question number four.
Or
Four. Uh-huh. What do you think about it? Do you believe existential crises are more related to personal life or professional life? The question number four.
number three, no?
Mm, the four one.
Oh, um, number four. I think they can relate it to both. In each 7 years cycle, people often review their relationship, career, and personal growth. Sometimes one are triggers more reflection than the other, but both are connected.
Yeah, for sure. Both are connected. We totally agree with that. That depends of the stage of your age or your journey. I believe that's gonna affect more in your professional or in your personal life. Thank you so much, Israel. Now, Ebenezer, to finish this part.
Well, I think that let me remember the question more related personal or professional. I think that's it's related in every single situation in life because you could be a terrific professional and maybe you are involved in a relationship that's not going anywhere or, or vice versa. You could be in a relationship, you're married, you love your family, but you don't like what you do for living. And there are a lot of situation when someone study a profession, finish the career, but suddenly he turned 180 degrees and started studying different things. So I think it comes about the lack of purpose of life, purpose of what are you doing, maybe at work, and maybe we don't know the meaning of what are we doing, but it depends. It depends of situation. Every single situation is different.
Mhm.
Um, for me, I think it's that it's that what I think.
Got it. Thank you so much, Ebenezer, and as well for your example. It was a good example. Let's move on to the next question. I'm gonna skip again the sixth one because I found out the seventh one really interesting. No, it's the I'm gonna skip the fifth one, yeah. And we are gonna read the sixth one because I found it the really interesting to know more from your perspective. So let me see here. Arthur, could you please read the sixth one and answer it? Question number six.
Sure, sure. Do you think social media and modern society make existential crises more frequent? Uh, yes, I think that social media currently is the big problem for the society nowadays. Because I think that I'm comparing like Instagram. People like to to see other people in Instagram, and the problem is when the people compare the life that people are living or showing in the Instagram with his real life. You know, like when I see some influencers, that's okay. Oh, they have kids. Very all the things is perfect, but what we see in the Instagram, for
Mhm.
example, it's a small part of their life. So it's difficult to compare to our real life. But okay, I know the difference, but people sometimes don't know, don't separate this difference. So I
Mhm.
think that could be transformed in a big problem
Yeah.
when you mix all of this together.
I completely agree. I believe that social media with internet, it has affected really, really much, so much people mindset. As you said, with social media, it's really easy to compare ourselves to others. It can be in our professional and personal basis. You mentioned it, Instagram. It's a good example. I believe that is more in the personal context. On the other hand, we have LinkedIn, for example, LinkedIn, where we it's like a social media but professionals, and we can see the success of other professionals, perhaps our colleagues. And I believe that that comparison, and we start saying, "Oh, how that guy did that, and I cannot do that," for example, or
Exactly.
how he or she like got a promotion and I couldn't. And I believe all of those that information and with our mind, we start creating that stress that it can come to depression as well. So that was the word that I was looking for before. And for sure, it's depression and stress is related to existential crisis as well. So thanks so much, Arthur.
Mhm.
Lucas, what do you think about it?
I think I I believe without the doubt, it's normal to see people compare themselves to others, using just the life shared on Instagram as a mainstream. And it is funny because the people only post good things on Instagram. So it's a false way to compare compare the life. And I think it's strange because a lot of people think, oh my God, that person have a perfect life. I want to be like her. And it's become stressed, or they create a false crisis that without basis, because what the person posts on Instagram or Facebook, it's not the 100% of the life person, that person. It's just a short part, and I think it's strange.
Yeah, I completely agree. Perhaps it's not that fake. Perhaps it's real, but something that you said, it's just one part. For example, if we
Yeah,
relate it to language learning, a guy who just appeared there and he's or she's fluently, but they don't share how they traveled or how they struggled at the beginning. They just showed, like you said, like the happy path, and they say, okay, I could do it without any problems. This is my method. But they don't say the truth that, learning a new language is really difficult. So they don't show the struggles. They just show the results, and it's something that can affect negatively. And that's it. Thanks so much, Lucas, and let's move on to the next one. Ebenezer, what do you think about it?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Social media, right? Social media. Okay. As Lucas and all of you guys said, I think social media show you a different way of how a people could be happy, or something like we are um, pursuit of happiness and what's happiness, and maybe happiness could be related with a lot of money, and social media show us, or maybe those YouTubers or influencers show us a life with luxury. And I think that could make us think about if I'm in the correct way, or why I'm not conquering those things that they have. Is that the real happiness if I have physical things? So of course it influence in our decision, or make us think. For those who consume this kind of video shorts or everything, I think most of the younger people, I don't know the percentage, but I think most of them would like to be YouTubers and earn a lot of money and live the life of those influencers have. So of course it influences, but as you said, as older you are, the better decisions you will make. So we are living in this time of social media, and we are, of course, everywhere we can see this kind of things. But we need to we need to think about what make me happy real. What is my real happy for me, happiness, and how can I get it? That's it.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer. And something funny that you said about people or younger people who want to become like YouTubers, TikTokers, or Instagrammers. They don't know that it's not that easy. It's like to become a football soccer player, professional football soccer. It's something that is a lot of people wants it, and just a tiny or a small group of people can reach that, or that can reach that goal. Thank you so much, Ebenezer, for sharing. Israel, what do you think about it? The question number 6.
Okay. Yes, modern society and social media can can increase feelings of comparison and uncertainty. These influences can make people question their life choices more, especially during natural 7 years cycles.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Braille. And that about questioning our lives. It's when we start comparing ourselves, questioning that if we are good enough, if we have a good life, or if we are like reaching our goals, conquering our things, all of those thinkings. I'm gonna say, yeah, I believe that all those together, they create that existential crisis. Thank you so much, guys, for have shared and to have brought your insight to the table. Let's move on to the next question. Let me see here. Uh, William, did you answer this question? Sorry.
I'm not answer this
Oh, okay.
question.
Sorry. So go ahead. The question number six, please.
Okay. For me, my first piece of advice for someone having a crisis or another depression is to stay away from social media. Um I'm a critic of social media today. Today, it's become a sea of superficiality. I tell my wife that I still have my Instagram account because of supermarket promotions. It's very important for me. In general, I believe that social media does make existential crises more frequent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good piece of advice. Stay away from it. I believe that as well that it depends on people. I believe that we are all different. Perhaps for me, it's not gonna affect me so much, and for others, it's gonna be different. So it's totally normal. And we have to respect that because we are not equals. We are not the same person. Yeah, and there is even an option where you can stop or you can block for a period of time, and the same for Instagram or for LinkedIn or for Facebook. So, yeah, it's a good piece of advice. Thank you so much, William. And now, William, could you please choose another question? Whatever you want. It can be from 9 to 15.
Um, nine. Yeah.
You can choose whatever question you want.
Okay. The question nine. Do you think existential crisis can have a positive outcome in the long term? Yes, it can. It is a hard time, but it can help you grow. You think about what is really important in your life. After many people know what they want to do and change their lives for the better.
Thanks so much, William. Really good advice, really good piece of advice. As everything that is happens in a bad way in our lives, we can learn something from that. And I believe that the more that we face it, as I already said, the better we are gonna handle in the future, and we are gonna perhaps we won't feel that we have an existential crisis anymore. But even if there is a one over there like it's like annoying us. What about you, Ebenezer? What do you think about it? Question number 9.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's positive because they often push people to reevaluate uh, priorities, and so you can develop authenticity, and maybe you can align your life with the values you want, right? So, of course, for those, I use an example before that for those who studied a career and finished, and for any situation they didn't like that career and started studying another one. So I think that it's good because we stop. There is a phrase in Portuguese that I don't know. In Spanish, I don't know that a similar translation about that. That is parar para pensar. It's a phrase that I really find very interesting because you stop and think and reevaluate and maybe you can have a different beginning and so on.
Thank you so much. It's pretty interesting that you don't know that phrase in Spanish. And I was thinking about it. I believe we don't have something similar. Perhaps something like slightly different, but yeah, we don't have that. Thank you so much for sharing, Ebenezer. Lucas, go ahead. What do you think about it? Do you think that there is a positive outcome or a positive result from existential crisis?
Yes, I totally agree with this because, as I said, I think we can become more stronger and with clear values, and I think it's a positive thing. And guys, I need to hang out the meeting, but I totally agree with the question number 9. It's
Hmm.
in a long time. It's very good, but it's a hard moment,
Hmm.
and I
Thank you
need to
so
go
much,
because I will
Lucas.
just okay.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
no problem. Go ahead and see you in the next meeting. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Uh, Israel, what do you think about the question number 9? You're muted. I cannot hear you.
Sorry.
No
I
problem.
don't I don't work in a home office. Um, yes, they often lead to person growth, self-discovery, and better decisions about life and career. They are part of natural life cycles and can help people align with their true purpose.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting, Israel. Something that you said about discovering because we start discovering more ourselves. Perhaps we discovered something that we didn't know that we were able to do. Perhaps something that we were able to overcome, and something about as well knowing people, knowing or creating a network. Because when you are in troubles, when you are in a problem, you start perhaps sharing that trouble, that situation with others, and in that process you start meeting or knowing more people, new people, and you create your own community. And something great about community, that is something that we are trying to do here in our community, this is unbelievable, is to support each other. And it can be from your acknowledge, perhaps for something that you already have in it, or something you already learned it, and you make others easier, the others life easier, because you can share that acknowledge that experience in advance. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for have shared it. So let's move on to our last part of our meeting. So we stop it with our questions. This is the feedback time, where we can share a little bit about our experience today. Perhaps if we learned something new on how we found this conversation or this topic in general. So, William, how was it for you? You can do it in English or in Portuguese if you want.
Okay, no, I like this session. This theme is a little bit difficulty, but I like it. I like it. Very important to improve. Uh, né? in, that's it.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky talking about existential crisis, But it's a good one because we can expand our vocabulary. And something good is that all of us has experience about it, so it's not that. It's kind of difficult to express our ideas, but with more practice, we will be able to talk about it some days without any problems. So thank you so much, William, for being here again. Ebenezer, how was it? How was the conversation for you? If you learned something new, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a good topic to talk. Of course, I can relate my situations with most of the situation here. The situations are similar in different at same ages, but I think I can figure it out that it's common. It's something that is normal for everyone. So I really enjoy the conversation.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer. And to finish this part, Israel, how was it for you? How was your first experience in our community? You can do it in Portuguese or in English if you want. Este é o momento que você, se você quiser compartilhar como foi a sua experiência
Ok,
na nossa
ok.
conversação, fique à
É,
vontade.
eu vou colocar. Thank you for your patience.
No problem.
É. Mas assim, eu vou falar em português mesmo. Obrigado mesmo, eu achei bem legal a experiência. Em momento nenhum ali me senti julgado, é que a gente fica muito assim quando tá começo, pô, o
Uhum.
pessoal vai falar ou vai achar ruim, mas eu achei muito legal
Aham.
assim a experiência aqui. Então, parabéns aí pela iniciativa e o tema também foi muito legal. Muito obrigado aí, viu?
Nada, e é justamente isso, cara. Tipo, aqui ninguém vai te julgar. Você tem o seu tempo para procurar as perguntas ou uma palavra, às vezes todo mundo esquece, é normal, tipo, todo mundo está aprendendo. Então, é um lugar assim, um ambiente que nós estamos criando para justamente evoluir. E é o único jeito de evoluir praticando, errado com uma repetição. E muito obrigado por ter aceitado o desafio. Sei que é complicado no início, mas você já venceu, como eu já falei no início. Você já. Espero vê-lo na próxima imersão de todo mundo. E seria isso por hoje, pessoal. Espero vê-los na próxima conversação. Eu vou lançar o enquete da inscrição amanhã. E seria isso. Muito obrigado e até mais. Tchau, tchau.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. See